with superhuman powers. Telepathy, telekinesis, enhanced strength, superspeed, invulnerability, flight, and 1,000 other strange and wondrous abilities. These were the aces, the celebrities of the dawning New Age. Unlike the heroes of the comic book, very few of them chose to don spandex costumes and fight crime, but they would soon begin to rewrite history all the same. These are their stories. 1957. Trudy of the Apes by Kevin Andrew Murphy. The Garden of Allah was found, not in the Prophet's Paradise, but in Hollywood, at the intersection of Sunset Boulevard and Havenhurst Drive. But instead of flying there on the back of the Buraq like Muhammad, Trudy Pirandello had taken Pan Am. She checked her bags at the front desk, checked her makeup with her compact, and, in the reflection, checked out the jewels and jewelry on display on the other guests. A nice watch here, a pretty ring there, but nothing that wouldn't be missed, and nothing worth risking, especially with her eyes on a greater prize. Trudy slipped her compact back in her handbag, slipped the bellman a generous but not lavish tip, and slipped off into the interior of the Garden of Allah. She had expected paradise to look a bit more Arabian, with fanciful fountains and arabesques, not a couple dozen Spanish mission-style bungalows, all terracotta tiles and stucco. At least the landscaping was pretty and tropical enough, with bougainvillea vines and night-blooming jasmine, the dark shiny leaves glittering in the sun. The houris were there too, or at least starlets, many of them taking advantage of a swimming pool in the shape of the Black Sea, the legacy of Alla Nazimova, silent screen Salome turned hotelier. Rumor also had it that Nazimova coined the term sewing circle for ladies who liked ladies, though, as Trudy understood, Allah liked everyone. Her tradition had continued. The Garden of Allah, as the hotel had been renamed with an added H, was the swinging place to go if you were a Hollywood creative. F. Scott Fitzgerald had stayed there, as had Errol Flynn, It Girl Clara Bow, Ernest Hemingway, Ginger Rogers, D.W. Griffith, Laurence Olivier, Frank Sinatra, and Dorothy Parker. Even Marlene Dietrich, who had starred in the movie The Garden of Allah. Of course, the hotel had seen better days. Alla Nazimova had died in 1944, 2 years before the wild card, and it was now 1957. Errol Flynn had swashbuckled away. Trudy thought she glimpsed the dark-haired head of Ronald Reagan in the pool, surrounded by a bevy of bathing beauties, a definite trade-up from Bonzo the Chimp. But a B-movie star wasn't what Trudy needed. What she needed was an ace. A blonde, to be specific. She spied a very small one. A little blonde girl, no more than 6, sat poolside sipping a pink lemonade. She wore a white blouse, a black skirt with suspenders, matching white socks, and black Mary Janes, with a shocking pink bow in her hair, and a supercilious expression as she watched the adults. "Hello, Eloise." Trudy sat down next to her. "I was hoping to see Kay." "She's taking a nap," Eloise told her. "I expected she might," Trudy said, keeping the secret unspoken. Kay was taking a nap because Eloise was her alter ego. Kay was Kay Thompson, star of stage and screen, singer, dancer, multi-talented everywoman, who 3 years ago had gone to New York for a singing gig and taken ill. There were rumors that it might have been the wild card, but Thompson brushed them off, saying it was nothing more remarkable than menopause, then went on with her show. No one else had noticed a little girl from time to time slipping out of Thompson's suite at the Plaza Hotel, going off to make mischief or spy on guests. No one else except Trudy. Trudy was an ace herself, but she was also smart enough to keep her wild card up her sleeve, and not just because she was also a thief who specialized in teleporting small objects, particularly jewelry, into her hands. Aces who got caught ended up in government service.